And
That's it.
so, yeah, I live in India, and it has been, I think I've been very on and off coming for MPC prayer. I think I have missed few in the past because sometimes they just didn't synchronize with my travels. So, and here I am today at home, so I could be part of it and see everyone. Yeah. Hey, Gloria is here. I want to say hi to her. Gloria.
Hi, Pramila. It's wonderful to
Hi.
see you. I'm so glad. And I'm going to be so blessed to hear your report. And really, it's so nice to see you. It's a blessing for me.
Gloria. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hugs from
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah. Same from here, India, your land. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it has been quite interesting these past few months. Let me start from this. We were supposed to have a MK Discovery Camp in May, but we couldn't have it because, as I think I wrote in my newsletter, that dates were clashed because there are so many um, Hindu festivals. Since this government has come, from where they are bringing the festivals out, we have no clue. And then we had this very big festival in March, which is supposed to be the time when children will have their main exams, final exams. So everything was like upside down, and then they pushed it all the dates to May exams. So we couldn't have it, the Discovery Camp during that time, but now we have it in October. And then at the same time, we had a war. You might be, I don't know if you know this, that India and Pakistan had a war, and it was quite a big deal. And so a lot of flights and all were cancelled, and so that was another reason that we couldn't have the camp, because children cannot fly. Even the international flights were cancelled because Indian flights couldn't fly over Pakistan space. So it was an interesting time we had it. Now it's all okay. So we have pushed it to October. The dates are 1st to 4th October. It's a kind of a holiday time, term break for children. So hopefully those children who signed up for May 1, they could come for this one. So pray for that. Yeah, Discovery Camp, because we did a lot of promotional work for that. And now we have to redo the promotional work again. Um, just telling parents that, okay, so we are already sending out the information. So let's see what happens with that. Yeah, so that's good. And then um, I was away in April to Malaysia for Asia Member Care Conference, where I did a couple of sessions. It takes place every 3 years. It's a similar to global member care, but global member care is more for global caregivers. Asia is, we concentrate mostly on Asian caregivers. So even when we say Asia member care, there are people who are from different nationalities, from Europe and Latin America, and then States. They are working in Asian countries as missionaries. So there many of them are member care people. So they also join us. So my topic was domestic violence and the contextual realities in caring for these domestic people, and then how domestic violence is prevalent in global missions and global churches. So domestic violence is just not an issue in one country or people who are from other faith, but it's very much prevalent in the Christian community, in the churches, in the pastors' homes, missionary homes. So that was my topic, and then I have to walk very carefully how I presented. But thank God I had a lot of case studies with my work. I had and then data. So it was interesting, yeah. So I have to give a caption there. ethic caption that I cannot take the names of the people because people have trusted me with their data, with their issues. So, and then, but I was able to take their case studies without their names and without nationality, and present those case for discussion groups. There was amazing discussion, and people had lot of questions about this, what to do it, and they did agree that this issue has been swept under the carpet, and people are afraid to talk about because of the stigma, because they are in the position in the Christian community, in the Christian ministries, they are in a very high position. And then to talk about it, it's a shame. So one thing definitely came out that domestic violence is not an issue in Middle East country, in Asian countries or African continent, but it's a globalized, whether it's a USA or Europe or Latin America. It was very interesting that people opened up and talked about it, that it is prevalent. Yeah. So we had a great, very rich discussion over it. And they're asking me to come back after 3 years when we repeat this to follow up the same this topic, do more follow up on it. So I said, okay, if I'm alive, I'll come. But let's see. In the meantime, we can train more people and then they can talk about it. But I was very relieved that there was no one who actually came and contradicted or argued about it, but they were in agreement. So that proved it that it is very much there in the Christian community, in the churches and missions. Beside that, we had different like discussion groups with other sessions and all, like self-care and the importance of Asia member care for the future. So people agreed that we needed that Asia member care in France to continue on every 3 years, because the person who started, David Chen, he's a Singaporean. He passed away last year. Yeah, very good friend of ours. He passed away. So now his wife has taken over. So she was not sure whether we should continue Asia member care or not. But people like us who were on the board, we said, yes, it should continue because it helps Asian member caregivers to be connected with each other. And it's a great platform. So we said, okay, so we are going to continue this network. And so it's wonderful to be part of it. So that's what it is. And then my upcoming conference is coming on 16th. Today is what, 12th, after 4 days, 16 to 18. I have a trauma healing summit. I work with the American Bible Society. They run a trauma healing institute. I think some of you might be aware of it. They do a lot of training of trauma healing institute. So I work with them. So they and Wycliffe, they are bringing this trauma healing for the facilitators here in Bangalore. We do it every 3 years or 4 years. So they're bringing it here. So I'm going to do a couple of sessions for the facilitators. So it is only for the facilitators of the trauma healing. So it is not like how to help people with trauma, but we have only training for facilitators, advanced training. So I'll be taking a couple of sessions for them along with 4 other facilitators. So that I'm looking forward to it, because it will be wonderful to hear what are the challenges they face in facilitating the trauma healings for traumatized people. And so one of I have 4 sessions. One of them is, are these facilitators taking care of themselves or not? Because when you're working among traumatized people, you tend to carry secondary trauma on yourself. So you are not in the primary trauma, which they are in when you're working with them, but you are looking into their secondary trauma, and then you tend to carry that on yourself. And then you suffer with the secondary trauma. So that's why it's called secondary trauma, of course. So it'll be wonderful to hear. I'm looking forward to hear that what are the challenges they face in helping traumatized people, and what are the solutions they have for it. So I will be looking to it. It's giving some introduction for self-care, and then we'll have loads of discussion so they can share what they face in their lives. So I look forward for it, that one. And then my counseling goes on. Recently, I had some students who are law students, and they are in heavy stress, anxiety because of the studies they have of law. So sometimes they are pushed into it to do it by parents because parents want them to become lawyers. You know how it works with the parents, right? Sometimes it is their own desire, but then they can't cope it. And so I have to help these students. They are like 18, 19, 20 years old, and so they become very suicidal. So need to pray for them. And yeah, and many students are also like cross-cultural from other countries. They come in to study here because this particular university is a very well known in India and in Asia and other parts of the world. So they have students from all over the world there. So that one, and India as a, we say it's a one country, but actually it's a country within country. India is countries within country. So we have so many cultures in our own country. So then students, they cross culture in India itself, from south to north, east to west. So like that. So they themselves cannot adapt to this culture. The Indians cannot adapt to their own culture, though it is all different. So cultural adaptation is a very big deal in these universities. So I help them to adapt from one culture to another culture. So sometimes it can very, for me itself, it can be very stressful. So you could pray for me for my own stress and for my own anxiety with this.
Your own self-care from secondary trauma, right? Yeah.
Yes, I get
Yeah.
secondary trauma too. So I try, I always remember and keep saying in my head, I should not carry the monkey on myself. I should not carry the monkey on my shoulders, because this is what we learn in our counseling. We should not carry that
Diana
monkey on
Garrett
our
says, "Not
shoulders.
my monkey, not my circus." I've heard her say that a number of times.
So when it's a very stressful situation, so I just wrote, or sometimes what I do, I take a sticker and just put it there. Should not carry the monkey on my shoulder. Because it's very easy to um, keep thinking about that situation. And then, oh, she's going
Yeah.
through that, or he's going through that, and, so you keep thinking about, so I say, okay, no. So I must take a break. So I've been taking a lot of break for my own self-care. Um, I remember writing that in my prayer letter, that for my own relaxation. And I think that's the only line people read it. And so when I got a response of my newsletter, don't know how many people wrote at Pramila, we caught this. And we are glad you're taking off. You're taking off. You're relaxing, because they knew that I'm keep working. So that was an encouragement that, oh, people did see that sentence, though it was just a one sentence. People saw that, so it was very encouraging. Yeah. And beside this, I also, yeah, I'm preparing a new syllabus for member care training. People ask for member care training, and so I'm just putting a new syllabus for that, because things are changing. We cannot follow the old system of member care, what was 50 years back. So we have to see what is relevant for today's situation with today's young people, and they think very differently. So I'm preparing a member care syllabus for the new generation and new missionaries. Yeah. So that's where it is. And beside this, I continue to help with the edonation with the social workers, just helping them. Very soon we are going to meet together because they got a new social worker in edonation.